Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail.
Wow.
What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
What is that dagger?
The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Council and to part 6 of our playthrough of episode 2, Hide and Seek. Now, at the end of the last part of our playthrough, I actually completed a chapter, and I just finished assigning a few of the skill points. If you want to see how I did that, I'll cut to that right now. And now we find ourselves here at the screen for assigning skill points. My goal throughout this portion of the story has been to give myself the basic skills, and it seems like I am very close to being able to do that. I'm going to see if I have a book on science and or logic. I think I probably have both. Definitely science and definitely logic. So let's go ahead and finish unlocking logic there. And we will give ourselves 2 points on science, and now at least all of the basic skills will be in our wheelhouse. Let's go ahead and validate that, and let's read a book. What was it? On science. And this is the first book we found, the Mysterium Cosmographicum. Let's do this.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
And now we are back, geeks. Get ready for episode 6. We are now in the final chapter of episode 2, and there will probably be at least this episode. There will be.
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Oh boy. So these two people are the most suspicious in the game. Von Wollner could be, the brother of Mortimer that we discovered in the last part of the playthrough. And since the beginning, I have assumed that Piaggi is actually Von Borchert in disguise. This is a terrible, terrible choice, but it seems like I should be able to do both. I know I can't, but let's go ahead and spy on Piaggi and Von Wollner. I cannot resist the urge. What I was going to say is if you find yourself enjoying, click the like button, hit me up in the comments, and if you're joining us somehow in the middle, there are links for the playlists in the description. Go back and immerse yourself in this epic story. Let's spy on these two crusty old fools.
We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Well, in any case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
This, I ain't telling you about anything.
I didn't mean to spy on you, but you caught my attention.
Alright, and we don't have a lot of skill points. What were you talking about? Okay, now this is a double situation here that's very important. We have never had a situation like this where we're going to be running into dual vulnerabilities and dual, immunities. So we have, who do we have here? Piaggi. We know nothing about him. That's frickin-tastic. I'm going to take one of those things that shows me. And then Von Wollner, we know him to be vulnerable to diversion. I don't know if that's even one of our options here. I'm going to take this. And I'm going to follow along. It's a freebie for me. The others cost money. Well,
you brought spears as well, then?
What? Did Mortimer ask you to bring him holy spears too?
Yes, but I thought I was the only one. How many of them have you brought, then?
18 in all. Any relic even remotely to do with them, in fact.
18 spears? How many of them exist in all?
No one knows. Especially as there is only one authentic one, of course. That all adds to the mystery, don't you think?
Well, please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
Haha! Vulnerability exploited in your face, Von Wollner, you crusty old fool. Go back for more?
Leave us now.
Okay, fair enough. Now, alright guys, we have a brief opportunity to explore the halls. I imagine that all the rooms will be locked. I still need to get into old Giuseppe's room. I sometimes feel racist when I assume his name is Giuseppe. It is his name. But it's just like, when I say old Giuseppe, it feels like I'm just being an Italian racist. Not, a racist against Italians. All these rooms are going to be locked, I think. But let's just do a quick tour around. If we stumble on someone in the hallway, like Emily, for example, we still have a few seconds left of this power-up, whatchamacallit. This ability to spot vulnerabilities, etc. I don't think anybody's going to be here. Alright, and this is Piaggi's room. Also locked. And our room, still inaccessible? Yeah, it may not even be a part of this adventure. This is the Hall of Chairs, where Mortimer keeps all his chairs. And Godoy. Nothing. What was that little noise? Is there a coin or something in this hall? Alright guys, we have looped fully around. I say we head downstairs and we see if we can get outside the manor. So, as the last part of the story unfolded, I had planned to go through here. Yes. Oh yes, I remember this place well. This is the Red Salon, I think they call it. And we had a confrontation with Piaggi here, and then the Hall of... It's crazy having the full run of the mansion this time around. There was a box here full of very valuable royal jelly, I think I found. Would love to find that again. And then through here was the library, and beyond that, the Hall of Portraits.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
And into the Hall of Portraits. Now, I'm curious if there's anything in here, guys. Aha, George is in here. We might as well take advantage of our ability to explore the mansion, right? Now, in this place is a painting, I think it's off to the right side here, is a painting of a chariot. That kind of cues me into the tarot card thing. I just want to see if we can find that painting. This one, right here, right?
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning by his father Apollo for borrowing his chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Alright, no new information on this one at all. And we've never been through here. Where would this lead? Into some secret new rooms. And is that into... So when we came through here last time, guys, we ended up in the secret room.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Now that, last time I assumed was Mortimer. It doesn't look quite like him anymore. And obviously this is where we solved the puzzle of the Medusa. Not something you can do this time around. So maybe the only reason to come here is to speak with old Georgie boy. But what we do know is that on the other side of this fireplace is a secret room, and that secret room potentially could have connected through to here. So let's talk to George, and then let's push into this part of the building we've never been to before. I think that'll be wise. Rather than just going out the front door, who knows what we can find. Maybe... Oh, is this garden off bounds, off limits? It is open to us. All right, guys. So there's so much of this mansion. Really interesting to see how other players do this. I'm going to go watch another playthrough of it, at least one. Let's see what old Georgie boy has to say.
Is everything all right, my young friend?
Mr. President, you might be able to help me. I'd like to know where that sword comes from. Any idea?
It reminds me of the statues in the garden. I can't guarantee it, but you ought to go and see. You never know, do you?
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're quite welcome. See you soon.
Thank you, Georgie boy, yo good old boy. And I'm pretty sure those gardens are through these doors, but I want to... Which end of this did we come in? I want to run down here and see what's at this far end. Wait, is this the end we entered through? No. Yeah, yes. Okay, let's run down the other end and let's see what there is to see. What is through here? Ah, a new place, a new hall. Intriguing.
Devil's Thorn.
And a new book, The Locksmith's Art. So this has a staircase leading upstairs. Alright. It has a door to the gardens. I don't want to get us distracted, but I want to take, like we didn't last time, I want to take every opportunity to explore this place. What do you have to say?
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation and is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Oh, he only said serve once. You don't have to do too many shots for that one. Alright, golden elixir. We're stocked up on that. That is where we need to go, but let's go ahead and follow this staircase up and see where it leads. Back up into the hallway. Alright guys, well let's go back downstairs, let's go out to the garden, and let's look for the origin of this sword. I feel pretty good about the path we're on. Into the gardens we go.
Sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
Ah, Peru is here. Another pot of honey. We are restoring our abilities here, guys. Excellent work. And books. And a coin. No? Search?
Golden elixir.
Okay. Wait, I'm maxed out on golden elixir, right? No. No. Is that the good stuff? Anyway. It didn't say I didn't pick it up, so... Let's see what's up with this this old fella. I didn't accuse him of murder.
Well, Monsieur de Richet, what brings you here?
This is his vulnerability, and I know it.
To tell the truth, I was wondering the same thing about you.
It's rare for guests to wander about in the garden. I wanted to be alone for 5 minutes.
You look worried.
Worried? No. Resolved would be a more exact term.
Resolved to do what?
What's the point in answering? You wouldn't believe me anyway. I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know. Be seeing you.
Okay. Notice his eye. Psychology.
Aren't you even curious?
Curiosity killed a cat, Monsieur de Richet. I admit, I may have judged you wrongly. Watching you seek out Mortimer's little secrets might even be amusing if I didn't already know the consequences. See you later.
He took the eye.
What happened to you, monsieur?
It's time for me to assume the consequences of my choices. I've sold my soul to the devil. Now it's time to pay.
Interesting. Interesting. He judged us wrong? Is that what he said? I judged you wrong? This is where he was leaning. I don't see anything here. And this seems to be a bit of a maze, right? A bit maze-like, indeed. Lots of statues of dogs. These are obviously not going to help us. Oh, and what is this on the ground? A glitch? Or some kind of rope? Yeah, some kind of rope. This is supposed to be important.
Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart.
Translate.
I guide the sword that will kill the monster.
That's where the
Let's
sword
see.
goes.
A crack as long as my finger.
Do it.
And what's going to happen if I've got it wrong? Try something else.
Alright, I'm going to follow her string and see if that... Oh, yeah, right here.
Here's the famous Ariadne's thread, thanks to which, if I remember rightly, Theseus avoided getting lost in the labyrinth.
And it leads out of sight over to the other side over there. So let's find our way through the maze. There are multiple statues, I guess, that the sword is going to interact with. That's obvious from the way he said it. What if I got it wrong? And another dead end.
Carmelite water.
Carmelite water is the best one in the fricked up game. Free skill use. If you play it wisely, you can save 7 or 8 goddamn points. What do we got here? Memoir to the Académie des Inscriptions. Something. And that's going to be a dead end. Alright, and here is another statue. That might be Theseus himself. Is that or is that Perseus? Oh no. Cupid? Icarus?
Icarus. The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity.
Translate le plaque. Let's go ahead and give ourselves one of these. Remember the myth. There's something different.
Hey, there's no crack here. Well, let's keep going.
That one shouldn't have been so expensive. That's a waste of my time. And here is the thread. We have found it. And it leads... Ooh, okay, let's have a quick look here. These are a couple more paths out to the garden. I think these will take us inside if we go look. Nope, we're totally trapped out here now. Okay, 2 statues. This one. Oh, this is the one. 100%, right?
Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos and Pasiphae. Asterion was a son of Pasiphae and Minos, or rather the result of a curse put on Minos.
Minos was punished for betraying Poseidon. Of course, as strangely it often happens, it wasn't he who was punished, it was his wife. She had to mate with a bull, no less. From that union, Asterion was born, who everyone knows as the famous Minotaur. Rejected by Minos, he was shut up in the labyrinth so he could never leave. And, as if that wasn't bad enough, he died by the hand of a hero desperate to restore his reputation.
That is a freebie for us, guys. Let's do it.
Technically, Asterion is the victim of the story because he's described as a child cast out from birth. Born from an extramarital union, because of the errors of his father, he was treated as an outcast all his life. And he died as innocently as he was born. A tragic story, as the Greeks knew how to do so well. This statue has a crack in it. Right.
Do it.
We'll soon see.
I mean, clearly it must be, right? It matches the other swords. What do we have here? Another statue with a crack.
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur.
Let's do it.
Wrongly positioned, I am the blind hero. I wasn't expecting an inscription like that. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso. I wonder if Mother managed to solve this enigma.
Alright, guys, I am so stumped. We don't really have clues.
Asterion. Great. Honey.
Another statue.
Minos. Son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread. Hey, there's a crack in that statue.
Do we just put it everywhere?
His gesture sealed his fate.
What is it?
His gesture sealed his fate. The crack is in the region of the heart.
This is just trial and frickin' error.
Minos.
Trial and error. I guess we head to the statue of Theseus here. And I mean, that's where the thread leads, right?
Theseus. Wrongly positioned, I am the blind hero. I wasn't expecting an inscription like that. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso.
Oh, come on. How are we supposed to know? Are there more statues around here I have yet to discover? Keep the sword with us, I guess.
Theseus. Let's try something else instead.
Or maybe we put it in the right one and there's a way to activate. The thread continues behind him. Does it? Thread leads here. Yeah, there are more statues indeed, all around this place. No crack for you, sir?
Daedalus. He's the architect of the labyrinth. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus. Hey, there's a crack in this statue too.
Trial and error. No.
Daedalus.
I didn't think so.
Alright, let's try again. You never know.
So it's so obvious, guys, how easily you could spend your points and your skills just exhausting yourself, remembering myths and legends, translating plaques, things that aren't going to necessarily help you as you move through this adventure. And we end up here at the middle. There are statues around the middle.
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete.
How about this?
She has no cracks.
Waste of my time.
All right, well, let's continue anyways.
I've seen every
I
statue.
wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
Kiosk is the pronunciation, not kiosk. But what are we going to do here? Let me guess. Spend some points translating. Alright. Examine the slab. We're going to spend this. We're going to spend this. And we are going to, well, read the message.
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Do we do that?
It looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it.
Okay. So, what do we have here?
What is that? Looks like a sort of opening mechanism.
I'm not spending another point. I am going to have a look in here. Key with an occult earth symbol. Alright guys, so Icarus, Daedalus, and the other people involved in the myth. Maybe the sword goes in the man full of swords. That seems to only make sense out of all the places to put it, all of the people to put it in. And then we come back here and we try the mechanism and we'll find out if we are wrong. Here we go. This is the only place it makes sense to me, more so than the others.
We'll soon see.
This one makes about as much sense as anything. Let's go ahead and try to open the mechanism. What?
What's wrong? Either I'm imagining things or my hand was pricked. It had poison on it. My head. I feel hot.
So I'm not going to cure that alteration in case we get this wrong again. The thread leads here.
Theseus.
This is my second thought.
Wrongly positioned, I am the blind hero. I wasn't expecting an inscription like that. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso.
He says nothing as this happens. Oh, come on. Okay, so I'm glad we didn't cure our negative alterations, guys. That was wise. We've got Minos. We've got Daedalus. We've got Ariadne. First
Ariadne.
statue. It can't be her.
I guide the sword that will kill the monster.
I guide the sword. Kill the monster. And finally, I think the last one for us is Icarus with his wings.
The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity.
He has no...
let's keep going.
He has no sword hole. So it's down to Ariadne, Daedalus, and Minos. Minos is the father of the boy who was turned into the Minotaur. Ooh, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Daedalus was the architect of the myth, and Ariadne led Theseus, who we know is not the person you want to put the sword in. I think the answer is Daedalus. I think we go to the old man in the corner, and I think we put it in the myth architects. We head to the old man, architect of the myth, and we see if he is the answer. That's my best guess. My third best guess. I'd say after getting it wrong twice. But what are you going to do? I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure this one out. Easy, simple, straightforward. Enjoy this tutorial on how to solve this puzzle. Come on! Trait unlocked, hot-headed. Gain 1 point in logic. No, hot-headed. Make 3 mistakes when trying to solve the enigma in the labyrinth. Logic costs 1 more effort point. What a damn fool I am, guys. So we have 2 options left. Ariadne, who holds the thread. She is the first thing we saw when coming out.
Daedalus. Alright, let's try again. You never know.
So, she helped Theseus get through the maze. Maybe she is here to help us also get through the maze, perhaps? Indeed? Uh-huh. Obvious. Simple, easy choice. As you can see from this tutorial, easy. Alright guys, the answer is clearly Ariadne. Let's go ahead and get ourselves to the center of the maze where I can show you in this simple tutorial how to solve it. Obvious, it's Ariadne. Come on! Alright, let's go to the Ariadne statue and move it over to Minos. The 5th and I believe final possibility for this thing. Good work, UTC. You are such a genius. Here we go, guys. The obvious choice.
Minos.
But this music has suddenly gotten more epic. Oh, thank the Lord. It only took 5 fricked up choices. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I should have probably...
Again?
Probably should cure that poison, don't you think? This is happening live right now.
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out!
What was that? That's the 3rd time in 3 days.
Wow. So he's a prisoner,
Let's see if you're in there, Mother.
So we stumbled and bumbled our way through the puzzle of the gardens. We finally put the sword into the right statue, found our way down here, but we are poisoned, so I am going to begin by taking a golden elixir to cure that poisoning, and we are about to search the crypt. I am very much loving being back in this game, guys.
Amber.
Having a new adventure, a new mystery to solve, it's really, really enjoyable. If you enjoy it too, click the like button, hit me up in the comments, talk about today's video, and talk about this series as a whole. We found a trail of blood leading us down here. I don't think Mother is down here because the sword made it out of here and back to Mortimer's study, but...
Bandages? Someone's been patching themselves up.
Mama!
It's like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes.
I am so out of skills, guys. We get a freebie here. Should I use it? Notice something? Do it.
There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there.
God dang it, that's such a waste. I'm gonna be really careful how I spend any more of this, guys. It's gonna be on confrontations and... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a dead person. Is that a dead person? A servant, thank God. Oh boy, I thought that was Mom for a minute there.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Someone down here with us? Are we finally going to meet Sarah de Richet? Who is behind me? No one. It's just a cinematic camera angle. Oh God!
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
We know.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are!
What? Episode 2, Part 7, The Maze. I eavesdropped on the conversation between Piaggi and Wollner. I convinced Piaggi to reveal some important information to me. I inspired Peru to trust me. I succeeded in opening the crypt. And I found my mother in the crypt. As far as I can tell, this is the end of Episode 2. Indeed it is. 4 new points, and we have successfully unlocked every skill, and we can begin working on new skills. Psychology and manipulation. 11 points left. 11 points left. I did want to chase the Machiavellian trait right here, manipulation and psychology, but we do have some of our own skills that we could unlock quite easily. It's so hard to say. I think what I'm going to do is put all... I don't know what to do. I'm going to put all 4 points into psychology. And guys, that does it. That does it for another episode, another installment of the Council, and I'm once again hooked in by the story and wishing there was more to it. As far as I can imagine, as far as I can guess, we are going to get the next phase of the story in the middle of July. If you have been hanging with me throughout this entire playthrough, thank you so much. Hit me up in those comments, like I say. Smash the like button, and if you really appreciate the series, you can go become a patron for $1 a month and support me in making more content like this. Guys, I had an amazing time playing, and I really thank you for joining me on this adventure. I don't get to play story-driven games like this very often, and I think we picked a good one. to play together. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. Playlists are popping up on your screen right now for episode 1, episode 2, and for my Patreon. Go ahead and click that. Go ahead and check that out, geeks, and I will see you in episode 3, probably around 2 months from now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.